What's up, YouTube? This Butter Gaming here, back with an explosion for you. And today we'll be doing Riddle School 4. Now, these Riddle Schools, they've been actually pretty fun. The third one was like really long, or maybe it was just me like not figuring anything out. But Riddle School 4, this looks pretty good. So let's just do this. What's this? This is different. Huh? Same music from the third game. I think. Yeah, it's changed a little bit. Wow, they look so different. Man, wow, okay. So, there's Zach, of course, freezing him. So, oh, our guy's named Phil now. Okay, finally we know his name. And, oh, I think in the last episode, that, Richie guy, when he came out of the locker, I'm pretty sure he said Phil Eggtree. And then I was like, what's that mean? And I just, like, ignored it. I think that was his name, actually. Like, his last name's Eggtree or something. But anyways, let's start doing this. Alright, clock. What? Phil's teacher, Miss Munch, was the original architect of Riddle University. The school was built above a long pit of lava that he himself dug near an active underwater volcano. His plan to murder Phil Eggtree, to forever rid him of this world, succeeded. What? And no one cared. This is so different! There was like no murder in the last game. Every other student of Riddle University eventually died from car wrecks, old age, and unforeseen disasters. Wow. Each one on their deathbed whispered their final wish. Dude, I literally just pushed the clock and that happened. Please don't let there be any more Riddle School games. I'm sorry about that, but there's a 5 and I think maybe a 6. That's it? What? I'm so confused right now. I'm so confused. Yo. What? What is going on? I pushed the clock, and then that teacher just pushed a button, and then I went straight into a hole in a volcano, and then the credits started going, and I don't even know what happened, and then there's murder and everything. Wow. Just as every book has a start and a finish, the series must have a beginning and an end. I deliberately sucked all the room for another sequel out of the series so that it, too, may end. Jonbro. I am so confused. You also unlocked real fun facts. Special features, now available on the main menu. Oh, I unlocked something? Oh, special features, right here. Special features. What happened to all the characters? How the life of every character since the first Riddle School game turned out. Oh! What? Yo. This is so weird. Oh man. I am so confused. The Making of Riddle University, aka How Mr. Munch Fulfilled His Plan to Murder Phil Egg Tree, blueprints included. The audio commentary for the game ending. No game should ever seriously have a commentary but Jonbro made one. What are real fun facts? Yo! I don't get this. If you want to pause and look at that, you can. I'm going to look at it after. But I'm skipping the intro. Okay! That clock is evil. That clock is like evil. I'm not even kidding. I pushed a poster! And the same thing happened! Okay guys, you're not gonna believe this. I just looked up why we died and everything. If you push absolutely anything, she'll just push the button and then all of a sudden you die like that. So apparently, you're just supposed to read the special features. That's literally all you're supposed to do. So, I guess if you want, guys, I'll just read all this, because that's all we can do. If you want to do this, I mean, I guess. So, this is how the life of every character since the first Riddle School game turned out. Alright, Fred. Gender male, favorite thing to do is doing nothing, least favorite thing is doing something. Okay, Fred didn't really like school, but he thought it was wise to stay in school anyways to make the best grades he could while not doing very much. He grew up and took many effortless occupations such as music conductor, substitute teacher, and abstract artist. One day he fell asleep face first in a vat of paint. You can guess what happened. Wow. Smiley. Smiley's a female. I didn't know if it was a male or a female. Favorite thing, education, yep. Least favorite thing, distractions. Smiley had a legitimately good life. She grew up with her perfect hundreds in every one of her classes and had a long-lasting career in biomedical science. She got married to the perfect man who just so happened to be a smiley face for a head, just like her. They spent as the rest of their days together living happily in a treehouse in a beautiful forest. Oh, okay, so she didn't die. But didn't the thing say she died? I don't know. Zach's a male. Favorite thing, anything not cold. Least favorite thing, freezing in the ice. Zach was so determined not to be cold anymore that he bought a plane ticket to the tropics midway into his first year of college. Right above a volcanic island, the plane ran into a bad bit of turbulence, and Zach ended up crashing in the window, and he fell in erupting off a volcano and froze to death. He froze to death in volcano. I don't even know. Oh, my boy Richie from the last game. Male, favorite thing collecting, least favorite thing getting stuck. Yeah, like the locker. Richie dropped out of high school wishing he hadn't paid so much attention to collecting stuff. He was mugged in a dark alley and woke up trapped in a smelly dumpster. Nobody ever found him. Wow. Okay. Oh, here's that guy 5. His favorite thing is designing shirts, of course, with his face on it. I mean, his name on it. Least favorite thing to do, being unjustly sued. 5 sold t-shirts online for a living, and his talent was eventually realized and be a big graphic designer company. He made this mistake of asking for a slightly large sum of money, and the company ripped him off and sued him. 5 was put in jail for the next 5 years, of course, and not once for the rest of his life did he have enough money to sue them back. Okay, wow. 5's dad. Oh, it's that guy. Yeah, he was the janitor in the other game. And of course his name is a number, which is 808. 5's dad, he insisted on being the janitor at Riddle Elementary. Oh, that was in the first game, I think. Because he loved to clean so much until his son was unfairly sued by the big t-shirt designing company, he realized he would need a better paying job and ended up being a garbage boy in France. He was having so much fun that he forgot his son existed. What? Okay. Oh, here's that janitor from, the second one, criticizing cheesy pencils. The janitor was locked in his own closet in Riddle Middle School. One day, not long before the school closed down and he was replaced with a new one, he ate his mop, drank his dirty mop water, and nibbled on his hat as he was stuck on the darkness of his closet. The last sound he ever heard was the sound of a wrecking ball smashing the walls. Wow. Wow. I did not know this game, like the first, second, and third one were so like cool and stuff, and you didn't think anything would happen. All of a sudden there's like murders everywhere. Okay, here's the one from last game. his unclogging toilets, whatever clogs them. The janitor in Riddle School 3, he claimed he could hear a pipe problem from a mile away, and that was in fact true. His uncanny ability to hear toilet clogs earned him a television show reputation as the perfect eared plumber. This show was canceled after 2 years because he was realized nobody had ears. Furious, the janitor left off a bridge. Suicide? Miss Calm. Favorite thing to do, math. Least favorite thing to do is being forgetful. Miss Calm was never very smart. Oh yeah, I think that was the first game. After the first Riddle School game, it's a guy. He learned about how small the percentage of drinkable water on the planet there was. He decided right then never to drink anything again. The end. Wow, okay. That guy has problems. Miss Kofi. Miss Kofi was never a very smart person. She told Mr. Calm that nearly all the world's water was drinkable, but then she realized she only drank coffee and wasn't sure about straight up water was drinkable, so she went to the beach because there was a lot of water in the ocean. She drank as much as she possibly could. The end. Okay, she exploded probably. That's nice. Miss Green once drank 99 cups of coffee. In the 100th cup, she died of caffeine overdose. Teacher and, I forgot what she was from, but I know she was a teacher. Favorite thing was yelling. Least favorite thing was people. Wow, okay. Antisocial. This teacher once screamed at a school student so loudly that the walls in the room she was in collapsed, and around her, nobody knew to put on her tombstone because nobody knew her name. Oh, that's funny. Mr. Oboe. Oh yeah, the guy from, I think it was the second game. Mr. Oboe was getting ready to sit down one night at school playing about knights and horses. He told before the show had his hold a sword, which was one of the props. It wasn't a real sword, but ironically, he still died from it because the sword was made of allergy medicine, and Mr. Oboe was horribly allergic to that. Greg sleep. Greg was asleep for 18 of the 20 on the first 20 years of his life. One day he woke up and realized how much he aged, and after panicking decided to move on. He got a driver's license and he was on the way to the grocery store and had a fatal wreck sleeping at the wheel. Of course he did. Miss Sleep. She once got married and had a son named Greg. Eventually she died sleepwalking off a cliff. Wasn't there a Greg? I don't remember. Mr. Sum was a math teacher for his entire life. He was gardening on the roof of a building and was suddenly mugged by a bear who ate him 30 minutes later, of course. Mr. Soggy couldn't help himself. Mr. Soggy simply couldn't find his glasses, so he was on his way to get new glasses. So he got in a fatal car wreck because he couldn't see. Yeah, from the last game. Mr. Reed. Oh yeah, the guy from the last game that said shut up. Mr. Reed was reading a comic book in the Riddle School High School library. He was reading the words "stick and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt me," when he got a nasty paper cut and lost every inch of I get it. Mr. Flask invented a flying chair and discovered there's no air in space. Yeah. Miss Count, it's the one that owns all the monkeys. Monkey hater Miss Count was bored at her home and she decided to look for games on the internet. She found a game called Riddle School 3, which she proceeded to beat twice in a row, like we did, and she was in the game. Not long after, she was put in an insane asylum, whispering windly about some monkey doll curse. I am so lucky I read that book in that library with Mr. Reed. Oh my goodness, that was weird. Miss Oddburb was very tired of people taking one look at her and thinking she was a guy. That's what I thought in the third game. And so she went berserk and set fire to a shoe store. She stole a small boat and sailed away from civilization, never to be seen again. Alright. Miss Mooses was at a bank and a bank robbery suddenly took place. The robber told her to get down on the ground. She said the ground was awfully dirty and wouldn't be good for her new dress. She was stopped multiple times and her dress was ruined. Who's this guy? He looks familiar. Mr. Quinlis, former principal of Riddle. Oh yeah! Riddle Elementary School was put in prison for life because he physically beat a student's head in. Wow. Okay, this was the counselor from the second game. Mr. Counselor of Riddle Middle School was robbed and his possessions unexpectedly several weeks later after the event. Mr. noticed he didn't have a house. He died of starvation right after because he also apparently didn't know he had no food. Mr. Potato, which was in the last game of playing the video game. Mr. Potato discovered the magic of video games right before Riddle School 3. He did nothing but play video games. Long after Riddle School 3, he died happily right after beating a game called Riddle School 3. 6 feet under, he still controls his favorite video game controller, Joe. He looks familiar. Joe didn't make it to college. His grades were terrible. He thought to himself, you know, I wonder what gasoline tastes like. He started that he wanted to cremate it after his death. What his friends don't know was that his stomach was still full of gasoline and doesn't mix too well with fire. I bet his friends died too because of that. What's this guy? Supposedly a foreign exchange student, Diz popped up into Riddle School University a single time, and after that, was as he completed disappeared from existence. That is so weird. Oh, Chubb. Chubb stopped eating right after Riddle School 4, which is here, I guess, for the rest of his life, simply because he got so big his cheeks covered up too much of his mouth for him to eat anything else. He lived an entire century after he stopped eating because of the metabolism. It is rumored Earth's most devastating earthquake was caused by Chubb struggling to move. I can see that. Miss Munch loved to serve food, but she felt like she served her son Chubb too much. As she didn't know what to do, she discussed her internal struggle with her husband, Mr. Munch. Angie said she could give all of Chubb's food to him. She soon realized she had a terrible husband and divorced him, feeding her son more than ever. Of course, this is Mr. Munch, the guy that killed us in this game. This game, which is Chubb's father and the lunch lady, Miss Munch, husband. And what he said, she divorced him? Yeah, divorced him because she had a terrible husband and divorced him because she's like killing. Favorite thing, murdering people. Yo. Mr. Munch, devastated by his wife's decision of divorce, started devising a plan to take the life of every one of her friends and acquaintances. She realized she didn't know as much about his former wife as she thought he did, and the only person he could remember her taking to his kid named Phil Eggtree. He killed Phil and later died of overeating. I could see that. I can see he died of overeating. And the last one is me. And wait, but how would there be a Riddle School 5 and maybe a 6? Because I'm positive there's a Riddle School 5. You know what, guys, I'm gonna make a Riddle School 5 today. I'm gonna do it right after this probably. Favorite thing, logical thinking. Least favorite thing, falling into lava pits, of course. Phil, which is us, Phil only went to college because he figured it had to be better than elementary, middle, and high school. He went to the newly built Riddle University because it was local. It was cheap, and he didn't have any particular plans for the rest of his life, so it wouldn't matter what classes he took. At first, he thought the Riddle School was just like the other 3 he escaped from. Just when he considered trying to make his 4th escape, he found out it was completely different. Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm not gonna read any more of this. Those are just, all those special things. They're just the thing that Mr. Munch did to kill us.
Hey, I'm Jonbro, and this is the commentary for the Riddle School 4 ending, because I wanted to balloon the file size and make it look like the same size as Riddle School 3 or something similar. I wanted to make a commentary just because it seemed like it would be a funny idea to have for the game, because most of the game is a movie. And I figured I would have to make a commentary better than the one for Pain on the Brain 3, because that one sucked. I already had it in my mind that Phil should die in Riddle School 4, because I got so sick of requests.
You know what? No, I'm done. Okay, let me talk over this guy. But, anyways, guys,
But
this this was pretty interesting. This was even more dark than the monkey doll possessing you in the last game. Yo, there's murder, like, everything you push, you're gonna die anyways. And then, like, somehow there's a volcano under it, everyone got killed later on, at least that's what it said in the game. And so, let's just see what's gonna happen in Real School 5. So, anyways, this is Better Gaming here. Just like, subscribe, comment what you think, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Better Gaming, out.